I'm not taking these ears off for like the next month in hopes of manifesting this. Hey, howdy, hey, my name is Chelsea, or Shining Magically Chelsea, and I'm here to pixie dust your day with the DCP tag. So welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Chelsea, and I am a Disney lifestyle and content and fashion creator. So I am so excited to be joining the YouTube family on here. You might know me from Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, even Facebook, but I am very excited to start this YouTube channel to help document my upcoming Disney college program. And I thought, what better way to do that than by doing the DCP tag. This is all over social media. I'm sure you've seen this before a time or two, so I thought I would do my take on it so y'all can hear my experience so far with the Disney college program. So before I start the tag, I'm just going to give a brief overview of who I am as a college student before I start getting into everything Disney. So I am 19 years old, I'm from Connecticut, but I'm currently a student in Massachusetts. I'm studying marketing and communications as a major and a hospitality minor. And I have a graphic design degree from a technical high school. So all of this combined is just very much, how can I get a job at Disney in the future? That is my dream career, is to eventually be a creative director for the Walt Disney Company. So I've known that I want to do the Disney college program as soon as I heard about it, which is one of the questions. So I'm finally excited to be starting my programs very, very soon. So I have this journal that I bought the second I found out I was in the Disney college program. Or no, I bought this before my phone interview. Yeah, I bought this as soon as my application went through. And so I put all of my questions in it so we can go over the DCP tag. Apologies for the lighting issues. It's lovely filming in a college dorm room. Last week I'm here though. So let's get into it. The first question on the DCP tag is, how did you hear about the Disney college program? So I first heard about the Disney college program when my older sister was looking to go to college and she was asking schools about it. She is 7 years older than me, so I knew from about the time I was like 9 years old what it was. She did two programs. She did one while she was in college at Space Mountain, and then she did her second program post-grad at Sunset Boulevard Attractions. So yes, I've known about it since I was very young, and I've obviously wanted to do it my whole life since I found out. So here we are now. The second question is, how was the interview process? And when I was preparing these yesterday, I wrote down nerve-wracking, but fun once it started. So my phone interview went great. It was 22 minutes, which I think is a sign from Queen, Dr. Taylor Allison Swift. Happy birthday to her, by the way. It's her birthday today while I'm filming this. So that was a good sign, but I just bought this journal because I wrote down everything I wanted to say during my interview and take notes of what was happening, the questions I was asked, and just things to keep me on track. So it was very fun, extremely terrifying. So I will give you 3 tips, 2 of which you might have already heard if you're applying to the college program, but one that was personal to me that I think worked extremely well in my favor. Obviously, first, smile. The interviewer can hear that through the phone, and it just shows how much you care about Disney and how excited you are for the program, which you should be. And the second one is to write down your interviewer's name and to say it back to them at the end of the call. It just shows that you care enough to pay attention to little details like that, and that is how you would interact with a guest. But my personal tip is what I was doing while the phone interview was happening. Now, I'm a nationally recognized public speaker. I competed in Skills USA. Shout out to my technical high school people. So I've done a lot of public speaking in my time, and that's always done standing. So I stood during my phone interview at my little table from Dormify, like the 3-tier little side desk table. I stood at that. So that way I really felt like awake and really prepared for, as if I was giving a national public speech. So that is my tip. Okay, so the next question is, where were you when you found out? So I will give both answers. I was sitting in my events class like 10 minutes before it was about to start, and I opened my laptop, and I have been reloading my email every approximately 5 seconds to see if my application after my phone interview went through, to see if I got accepted. I saw the email pop up, and I have a photo, I'll insert it here, of my horrific face finding out, and it was like 9:52 at this point. My class starts at 10, so everyone in the room is like watching me freak out, sitting in the very front row, and doesn't know what's going on because like it didn't tell too many people. I ran into the hallway, and I call my mom, who's with my sister, and I'm like, I got in, blah, blah, blah. And my professor, whose class I had just left, saw me almost like panicking, crying in the hallway, so I think he was concerned, and I was like, I got in, but I have to go to class, so I'll call you back in an hour. And I went back in the room, and I'm like hyperventilating, panicking, and one girl in the class who knew was like, you got in? And I was like, yeah. And then so I was just freaking out the whole time, and then that professor came in, and I was like, I got in. So that was the chaos of just finding out I got into the program. And now I got my role 2 days ago. I was in the elevator to go have my roommate take my blood pressure for one of her class assignments. I open my email, and I see the 3 Disney emails with Workday back to back, and I go, another horrific photo I will add in here. And so I ran through the academic buildings to, like, we call it our campus's living room because it's like a louder common space. So I ran there because I knew I could freak out in public and not be like disturbing people studying for finals. And I log into Workday, and yeah, and I saw my role, which gets to the next question. So what is your role, and what were your preferred roles? So my top 3 roles were character attendant, attractions, and concierge. I knew character attendant was a hard position to reach. I do own a children's entertainment company, so that's why I really like the job, but I was really shooting for attractions. I knew that would be a lot more easily achievable, just numbers wise. So my role, I found out just 2 days ago, is ad lib, which if you don't speak Disney cast member terms means Adventureland and Liberty Square attractions, which I am so excited because, as you see by the ears, that's why I've been wearing them the whole time, that means I could be working at my all-time favorite attraction, the Haunted Mansion. I referenced the Haunted Mansion, I think, 3 or 4 times in my phone interview. Like, whenever I was able to give an example, it was Haunted Mansion and Space Mountain. So fingers crossed I get to be a mansion maid, but I also love Pirates, the Jungle Cruise. The Enchanted Tiki Room is one of my favorites because that's Walt Disney's work. Also includes Aladdin's Magic Carpets and the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. So I will be happy anywhere because that role also means I get cross-trained for parade and fireworks. And Festival of Fantasy is my dream, one of my dream dance jobs. If I could ever have a dance role, I would love to be in Festival of Fantasy. So I'm so excited I get to work with those entertainments too. The next question is fitting because my roommate just came in the room and is going to sit me and watch me film this, but how did I find my DCP roommate? So that will be Michaela. I'm very excited to be living with her very soon, and I met her through a mutual friend of ours, Mags. I met Mags through Instagram. I think like as soon as I posted that I got accepted, through the hashtags everyone found each other. And ironically, Mags also knows my college roommate through the internet, which is like so full circle considering Mags and Michaela are both from Australia. So that's really fun. They will be on their Disney College International program. So I'm very excited to be living with Michaela and getting to hang out with Mags all the time. And I will tag them both down below so you can follow them as well. Is tagged the right word? I will put their links in the description. YouTube language. And the next question is, what are you going to miss while on your program? So obviously I'm going to miss all of my family and friends because they all live in New England. So that's a bit of a voyage. I know my parents plan on coming down to visit at some point, and hopefully my friends can visit as well. but I will also be missing the weather. I'm a New England girl. Fall is my favorite season. Florida humidity, not my favorite thing. So I'm doing my program from January 13th to June 12th, so I can experience almost a full seasonal change of Florida weather to see how I feel about working in those conditions. And then the final thing I will miss most is pizza. I am from New Haven County, Connecticut, which is the pizza capital of the entire country. Don't fight me on that. It's true. We have the best pizza, thin crust. It's not burnt. It's well done. That is the only correct way to eat pizza. I'm very Italian, so I will be missing real pizza, real sauce, real moots. Yeah, you can't find pizza the same place anywhere else. Sorry, Florida. And then the next question is, what is your favorite Disney park? So, I mean, Magic Kingdom's just the classic, but I have to say Disney's Animal Kingdom is my favorite park. Joe Rohde is such an incredible Imagineer at really doing the immersive environment so well. And I also love how Animal Kingdom is full of education with the animals and with all the different worldwide cultures, and getting to interact with those cast members is really unique. And I feel like everyone talks about that when it comes to Epcot, which is so true, but it's not recognized enough in Animal Kingdom. So Animal Kingdom is my favorite park, and I will be so excited to get to visit it as much as possible. It also has the best food out of every park. Hot take, I know. Epcot Festival booths are good, but Flame Tree Barbecue and Satuli Canteen can't be beat. We're almost done with the questions. The next one is first thing you want to do when you get there. So obviously I want to watch Happily Ever After. That's just one of my favorite fireworks show ever, and is such a tradition. But I, before that, would specifically like to go get pixie dusted at Sir Mickey's, because as Rapunzel says, what if my dream comes true? Now I can go off and make a wish for a new dream, because that's what I've wished upon my pixie dust for the last as many years as I can remember. So now I can change my wish and make a new one with some pixie dust. And then obviously go ride my attraction or attractions with a celebration button. So that will be fun. Second to last question, what is number one on your bucket list? So I have like a general bucket list for just fun things I want to do, but I know ask for number one. I have 3 things here. They kind of fall into different categories, so we'll say number one for each. So for like the career building category, I want to network with as many people as possible and learn at all of the learning opportunities at the Disney College program, because my hope is to get a Disney professional internship in a few years. If you didn't know, the Disney College program is broken up into 3 categories: living, learning, and earning. So living is at Flamingo Crossings. Earning is obviously getting paid for your work, but the learning is a bunch of workshops and interactive activities at Flamingo Crossings with people who can teach you about LinkedIn and resumes. They have Imagineers and guest speakers come in. Jodie Benson visited the DCPs last year. My heart would be so happy to meet a princess. And just learn from all of these Disney legends and people who work with the company in hopes of me joining them one day. And then my next bucket list item is what I'm doing right now. I would love to grow my social media channels, because that also helps with my education and career building. Like I said, I'm a marketing communication major. My dream is to start in social media. So I would love to continue doing this and learning how to vlog, making more content, and interacting with all of you guys while I'm on my program. And my final bucket list one is a fun one. I want to hopefully have some extra magical moments as a Disney College program participant. There are special trips into some of the parks behind the scenes or at night when they're closed, and like I said, meeting Disney legends. So I would love to be able to do as many of those as humanly possible. They're only 24 hours in a day, and I'm only there for 6 months, but we're gonna try and get as much magic as we can while we're down there. And the final question is, what is one thing you hope to take away from the program? That was so hard for me to find an answer to, but because there's just so much involved in the program. But I always say my goal in life is to make magic for people, whether I'm scooping ice cream for them at my work, or I'm creating content like this to add some magical pixie dust onto your feed. I am so happy and honored that I get to make magic for guests in Walt Disney's kingdom, the Magic Kingdom. So that is what I'm hoping to take away from this program, is that opportunity. So thank you so much for watching. It is lovely meeting you all. Welcome to the channel. And I am so excited for my Disney College program, which is in 1 month as of the day I'm filming this. So it's sooner than ever, and I'm ecstatic and cannot wait for that day. If you've done the Disney College program, comment what your role was down below and what your experience was like. If you are doing the program in spring of 2025, come and say hi to me in the comments. I would love to meet as many fellow future magic makers as I can. And yeah, stay tuned for more fun Disney content like this, and subscribe and turn on those little notifications so you know when I post next. And make sure to follow me on other platforms. But thank you so much, and have a shining magically day. I was sitting, ooh. Hello! First video done, woo!